think is investment mindset. Investment mindset, the most important thing in your investment mindset is investing in yourself. And I mean, in this case, going up on this stage after all these giants have been up here all weekend, I mean, I thought it should be easier to get up here. But seeing the level of the company right now, it's amazing. I'm so proud. Heart of Zinzino, Mr. Studler this morning. I mean, wow, what a guy. If we could all be like him, it would be crazy. So, we all know people who can focus on all the problems all the time. At Jonak have this fun story about a poo. You know, somebody walking on the street and they suddenly see a poo and they stop up and they talk about it and they see people on the other side of the street and say, hey, come over, see this poo. They take a stick, see what happens if they put in the stick. And you know, they can talk about this poo all day long. You have some of those people on your team? Yep. So they are the blamers, like we learned yesterday from Warren Woodward. Now we have a test to find those people. because people who say no to this test, now I want you to see a picture who they are. Because they would rather go home, put a lot of toilet paper around the hand, sit at the toilet, try to make a little bit of the poo, put it into a cup, and send it to a lab. So I mean, I think we have a more smarter and more simple solution, right? So, investment mindset have definitely not been a part of my life. I have probably done most of the most stupid things you could imagine. Just when I started Zinzino, I just came out of bankruptcy. And being in bankruptcy was actually a very good lesson because, you know, I had 6 years where I couldn't earn anything. And now, Friday, 3:07:47, 2 days ago almost, it's 20 years ago, I got my first email from Zinzino with my startup kit. I don't know how many times I got that investment back, or we got that investment back. I mean, it's crazy. And I would probably be embarrassed to say the number because it's a crazy number. So, what I needed the most, because of my history and my background, is that I never really finished anything. I went 2 times to the first class in school. I went 2 times at the first year in gymnasium. I took a lot of half years of education after the gymnasium, which I didn't finish. So I never really had a track record of finishing anything. But when I met this profession, thanks to Emilia, our oldest daughter, she was so well behaved that she was sleeping when I came home from job, and she was sleeping when I left for job, so I only saw her in the weekend. So I needed to find something where I could get my freedom back. And that's why I found a banner on the internet saying work from home. And I thought, okay, if I could work from home, at least I had a chance to see Emilia. So that was the beginning in 2000. Then I wasted no, I didn't waste it. I actually spent 4.5 years with Herbalife, you probably all know. And I really appreciate those 4.5 years because I needed to do all the mistakes you can do. But what I did was I started listening, I started buying tapes and cassette tapes, we still had that back then, we had CDs, and just starting brainwashing myself. One of the things I did with Herbalife was to walk around with at least 100,000 flyers I cannot recommend anybody to do that. But what I got out of it was I was listening all the time, all the time, all the time. One of the big breakthroughs for me was hearing Randy Gage, because he spoke about this business in a business mindset. Because I don't know if you've ever been to a Herbalife meeting, but it's really about, it doesn't feel like it's a business, to tell it honestly. It feels more like hundreds of people weighing 30 kilos too much saying we have the best lose weight product in the world, and it didn't feel like a part of me. But when Randy was talking about it, he talked about it like business, like an investment. And you know, there's been written 2,000 books about Warren Buffett, best investor in the world. And you could just get the most important tip about him in 2 seconds, and I will give you now the tip. Time. Time is his secret to success. And that's why you need to take away your feelings, you need to take away you need to break down into your investment mindset. And you need to, for instance, with the shares, just buy. Every day, I'm very happy for the ones I bought at 200 recently. Since it's down to 130 now, it doesn't really matter. Because I know in 4 years it will be in 1,000. And I don't really care, because it's the system that you buy every week for 1% of your salary or 10%, whatever you can afford. But the magic thing about investing is time. And it's the same with you, the books you read. It's so difficult to read books today because we have so many platforms that can steal our time. So it's even more important today that we still read the books and we listen when we drive the car. And you have your people. Have patience, time with your people. Developing leadership, it's something that takes time. And you can ask Ørjan, I'm probably the most impatient person he has worked with. And my solution was always, before I tried to kill anybody, to bring in Ørjan on the call. What smart idea, otherwise we'd probably not be here. So we need time, we need to give people time, we need to find out what book is the person in my team, what book do they need to read right now? What do they need to listen to right now? So you not just make sure that they do the meetings, but you also make sure that they are in the process. They're in the growth process, and then we need patience, because time. You can't not take people from A to B overnight. It takes time. And we can see here today and the other days, this weekend, what 20 years can do. I mean, you would all be laughing your butt off if you saw all of us 20 years ago. And what we have and the level we have right now, I mean, if you just compare last year and the year before, it's a completely different Zinzino, it's a completely different evolution of this company. So how many put aside some time to come this weekend in your schedule? Oh, all of you. Okay, perfect. So the next question, how many put time to implement what you learned this weekend? And I guess not very many of you earned it. I'm sure he did. So we should actually have a 1 minute silence for all of you who went up here, spent €1,000 for nothing. Just, memorize how quickly we can spend €1,000 not getting anything out of it. I want all of you that has invested time and money to come here to have a royalty. I mean, the minimum you should get out of this is €1,000 in royalty the rest of your life. And just those small €1,000 every month, if you invested that and kept your job, you could be filthy rich in 20 years. So it's not always about the big things. You know, you heard many times this weekend that everybody wants to be a president, but most people really don't want to do the work it takes. We've heard that so many different ways this weekend, and it's so true. But you can still be smart. You can still get a lot out of being a part of the group, and you don't have to compare to anybody else than yourself. I have people who should have been here at this event, been with us for many years, but this event, they decided to quit. The best, amazing, beautiful, crazy 20-year event ever, they decided to stay home. Because they always compare themselves to everybody else. They always want to be something they are not. And all in here, you are enough. I mean, everything I've did the last 20 years, I'm 100% sure all of you can do exactly the same. And it's actually pretty boring. Basic is pretty boring, but it's something we do every single day. And it doesn't really matter how awful your presentation is, as long as you do it a little bit every day and try to be a little bit better every day compared to yourself. Not a Marco, not a Studler, not all the other giants you have seen up here. I mean, it doesn't really matter. What matters is you. What matters is that you believe in you and you know that you're okay. Because you still have this Zinzino, you have the system. And as long as you build something that gives you something, I mean, with 1,000 euros extra every month, everybody, not even going to president, can be very, very wealthy in 20 years. So investment can be many things. It can be in your health. It can be in your family. It can be in your friends. And we have a limited time. We have a tendency to go into details about things that doesn't really matter. So if you turn your life around and really find out to invest in the right things. One of the things I did from the beginning was I had so much stuff. I've always been a little bit good at everything, not good at anything. So I had surf equipment, I have guitars, I had the diving equipment, I have so many things I needed to take care of and spend some time with. So one of the things I did at the beginning was get rid of everything. I even more or less gave my beautiful guitars away. I still miss them. I just gave them away because I needed to get it out of my life. So I had my family, I had a few friends, many of them are in Zinzino, and the business. To make my life simple and easy. And it's not like it had to be like that forever, but I needed it. I needed it for a period because I needed to focus. I needed to have free up time for the important stuff. And it's not important to follow all your friends on Facebook all the time. It's not important to see all the new things on Netflix. It's important to invest in your brain and your mindset, because in this group, with this culture and this company, you can do whatever you want. And now you can even find the cool people out there, so you don't have to work with them. It's amazing what we have here in Zinzino. So investment is many things, but the only thing nobody ever can take from you is the investment in yourself.